If I went out, they'll tell me, you need to be back at this time. And if I didn't come back at that time, I'd be in a little bit of trouble.
At a certain age, it was 8:30, and then when I got a bit older, it was a bit later.
I think parents get very worried, when children are in those teenage years. And they obviously want more freedom, but when they're out of sight for hours on end, you start to panic. And then there's all the safety kind of considerations.
I worried, but I didn't really give curfews. As long as I knew how they were getting home, if they were getting a taxi, or either myself or my husband was going to be picking them up, or somebody else was going to be picking them up, I didn't really worry too much. I trusted them.
It's about who they're meeting, how they'll get home. Will they take a unlicensed cab, put in a taxi number in, in their bags or whatever, so that, or pick them up. They're not thinking ahead. They don't have that kind of rational way of saying, oh, well, if I stay out late, it's going to be difficult tomorrow because I'll feel too tired. And parents almost have to do that for them. As adults, we do that every day. And your teen's got to learn that. They've got to, have a bit of practice. So try to trust them to do that, and they will learn by experience. Instead of saying, oh, you're, dreadful because you stayed out late, say, I was really worried when you stayed out late. I don't know that you're safe. I don't know unless you phone me or, get in touch that everything's okay. I mean, there might be occasions when you have to actually lay down the law. If they just, are overdoing it and they're too tired in the day and, the grades are starting to slip and that kind of thing, then you might have to say, no, we're going to change the time you come home. And negotiate that with them. You might think 10 o'clock's good and they might think 1 in the morning's good, so try to meet in the middle. But explain to them why, why you want that to happen.
She goes out late, but she never... I always let her know where I am.
I have to send a text or ring if I'm staying out. Yeah, same. I have to get told off. Someone gets worried.
Best thing is just a quick text to say I'll be home at such and such a time, or I'm getting a lift with somebody, or so and you're not worried. As children get towards 19, they're really adults, they're young adults, and then you have to be a lot more flexible. And particularly in the past, if they've been sensible, there haven't been any problems, you've not had the police phoning you to pick them up somewhere, if they've been sticking pretty much to the rules with the odd little hiccup, and you're confident they will do that, then you can say, well, actually, okay, maybe now it is okay for you to come in at, past midnight or 1 or whatever they want to do.